During an FDA audit, the auditor will typically choose a design project and assess it for compliance with design control requirements. If the auditor finds gaps or if something isn't traced or a test hasn't been performed, they can cite those as observations. I'm going to show you how using matrix requirements makes it easier to show the auditor that your design control is compliant. Here the auditor has chosen a user requirement and is asking us to show how it's mapped to its executed test cases. We'll open the context frame window and show that this user requirement is mapped to validations that have executed test cases that passed. Now the auditor has chosen a risk and is asking us how to show how it's mapped to its mitigation and to its executed test cases. Again, we'll open the context frame window and we'll show that this risk is mitigated by this system requirement that's mapped to a specification with verification tests and test cases that passed. We'll use our test execution overview dashboard to provide a visual display of the progress of the test runs, showing that all test cases for this version of the product have been executed successfully for the release. Any test runs that have not been completed or failed will show here too. Here's an example from another project. We'll use the traceability overview dashboard to provide the auditor with a visual display of all traces, showing that all requirements are traced to verification or validation tests. Any requirements that are not traced to verifications or validations will be shown here as well. Here's an example from another project, showing the missing links. Finally, we can provide the auditor with a document showing all traces from requirements to verifications or validations and the results of the executed test runs. This is the trace matrix document showing tracing from requirements to test runs and the results of the executed test runs. FDA auditors want to see a clear, traceable path from risk to requirements to testing. Gaps or missing tests can become findings. Product teams need a convenient way to document their design control elements during development. Matrix streamlines it for them by tracing everything along the way so the teams can confidently demonstrate compliance of their design control.